So we spoke about and introduced JAHGUY on the last episode, and as such we will develop in terms of my own thinking of JAHGUY on this episode, because JAHGUY had a very successful business model and it was simple. JAHGUY was reliable, JAHGUY was clean, JAHGUY was available, and JAHGUY was friendly. 4 major pillars. JAHGUY's main product was bakes and chicken. Fried bakes and fried chicken. Of course, you know there was golden fried chicken before KFC came to Dominica. That is another story we can speak about, although it's not a Calibishie story per se, but we had our own franchise and we have lost so much. But let's not talk about JAHGUY. Let's keep it in the family. So JAHGUY's product was fried bakes or bakes, which is fried dough, and fried chicken. Mainly wings back then, hardly ever legs or thighs. Wings mainly and drumstick. When JAHGUY had thighs or whole legs, he would cut it in like 2 or 3 pieces. But JAHGUY never fried big portions. And his bakes were small. And at those days, the bakes was 25 cents. JAHGUY was not, his presentation was impeccable. JAHGUY took a lot of pride in between his flour and the way he created the bakes out of the flour. So almost all JAHGUY bakes look the same. Consistency and standard. And JAHGUY served his bakes in brown paper bags. Big portions go in 5-pound paper bag. JAHGUY would sell sometimes $5 worth of bakes to the people from Wesley, Marigot going up, from dropping the bananas or going down to Portsmouth. I saw it. Most times we were there. When we congregated at JAHGUY, and I'll tell you why we congregated there, we only left a little pathway for people to go through. They went in, they are served, and they go out. So that's what JAHGUY product. I told you about his model, his business model, and his product. JAHGUY had a little pathway down to the river, across the river to the beach, because JAHGUY was a fisherman. And that was clean swept using cocoa broom every morning and afternoon. You would pass and see JAHGUY sweeping and singing and cracking a joke to everybody who passed by. JAHGUY's place was always clean. Water, clean up his place. And he always smiled and laughed with his people. So that was JAHGUY's brand. And what JAHGUY did to attract people was that JAHGUY put a little TV, and he had a VHS player. VHS, I think it's the video. In those days it was video cassettes. And people used to rent movies in Roseau. So JAHGUY would go to Roseau and rent about 10 cassettes almost every week. I think it was like, how much not to rent a cassette? Like between, I think it was $5. And you rented that for a week. So JAHGUY would spend like $50 on cassettes. And the major attraction on those cassettes in those days was Kung Fu, Fong Si Yu, Wong Si Kwong, Ma Fu Yi, Jet Li, Bruce Lee. You know, and that was what we looked at. So when JAHGUY come down from Roseau with 10 cassettes, it's 10 movies, you know, because it was a movie per cassette. And JAHGUY has that to play all week long. So JAHGUY started on the afternoons each day, 5 days a week, and you'll know exactly which movie JAHGUY will be playing, and you go there in time for that. You go to school, you learn your lesson, you come, you clean your house, you do your little cooking, you eat your food, and then you come by JAHGUY before movies start at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you know. Free movie. So we would lay around JAHGUY's place watching our Kung Fu. And JAHGUY frying bakes, bakes smelling good, chicken smelling good, people eating. That's how JAHGUY caught us. On weekends, JAHGUY would start earlier, like 12, 1 o'clock, sometimes even 10 o'clock. JAHGUY start playing Kung Fu. Mainly Kung Fu. People gathering, JAHGUY making money. And then JAHGUY goes to town, he changes cassette, he come back for the next set of cassette. So that was JAHGUY's model in terms of business and in terms of capturing people's attention. I may have another thing or two to say about JAHGUY, but you're going to have to wait until the next episode.